Hey everyone, Wicked Jutto here. I'm starting a new series called Raiding Random Brutals. The idea here is we're just going to be doing some brutals. I need to collect synthites so I can keep building new bases. So that's kind of the primary reason, but also as a another benefit is I'll kind of as I'm raiding, I'll kind of give you my thoughts on the base and things that raiders could potentially improve. So I'm not necessarily trying to find the hardest base. It's mainly just to kind of collect that synthite. And you can see on the right there it says rewards. Um, the blue is the parts and yellow or orange is the synthite. So I'll just be picking maps based off that, but I'll try and see if there's any interesting ones that give off synthite. We'll go from there. Okay, so let's just give this a go. Okay. Here we go. So my go-to kit is the heavy boulder, and then the crossbow, and then I've got the shield dome and the grenade there. Okay. Okay, so that's what you don't want to do. I mean, here he has a dead man switch, so it's a little different. He wants him to die, but this is just wasted capacity in my opinion. Normally, when I see these types of traps, I'll let them fire. I kind of messed up there a little bit. Okay, so he's just on patrol or something. Bombs. Pretty standard stuff. Here, which is great with this kit, is I'll kind of do the first shot with this and immediately follow up with the crossbow. It's like a 1-2 hit kill. It really makes those minions easy to die, even with the armor. So crossbow, in my opinion, is the strongest weapon in the game. Some people say it's the demo cannon, or even the shield even. So, but you know, everyone has their own preference. The great thing about this game is everyone has their own play style. So just do what works for you, right? Okay. The also benefit with crossbow, why I'm actually kind of shooting these here, is just to check for hollow cubes. So every time I ping that wall, like this one for example, that could be a hollow cube, and then it will force that trap to reveal itself, hiding behind there. So, in case you're curious. Okay, again, I probably shouldn't have shot that, but it is close, so sometimes if the trap's close enough, yeah, there's a lot of wasted capacity here. Just like, this is interesting, but that's going to kill the minion and potentially itself. Sentries you got to be a little careful with. This is wasted capacity, because that sentry is just going to shoot that. Okay. Okay. Again, nothing out of the ordinary yet. I also gotta remember to grab those tubes. That's interesting, because why that's there is, one, for raiders running up, they can't go back down. Two, if raiders are grabbing their bolt, they have to pass this. So here is a little bit more fun. It didn't get me, but I get the point. Is if you're grappling up blind, this is all you can see, right? If I grapple up, you've got the grabber and the spike trap. You'll probably see the grabber first, and then the spike trap grabs you. Kills you. So that's kind of a neat little combo there. Okay, fire. That's funny. Okay, we'll back up. This is a little dangerous because it's yeah, for exactly that reason, right? I was anticipating that might be a dead man, so I backed up there to give myself a bit more space. But yeah, that's exactly. This is a great trap. So his earlier traps was, you know, a bit so-so, but that trap there, I can guarantee you it gets kills. Also, by the way, like, if you see some, like, interesting trap combo in one of these random brutal raids, let me know in the comment, and I can potentially do a what do I call it? The build my bases episode on it, so I can kind of just mimic that. And ooh, that's nice. Didn't even think to check that, so that could have. Oh, oops. That could have been a death right there. So yeah, I think if I'm reading this builder correctly, is those earlier traps is just to kind of let your guard down a little bit, so that then the real traps kind of kick in halfway through. So I kind of like that. It's a little devious, but just let that kind of play out. Okay, here we might do grenades, just because there's a lot of just back. Okay, don't know what's going on there. Let's try. Well, we can do that. That's free. Yeah, ceiling. Ooh. Sorry about that. We're down to 1 bolt, so that's not great. I don't know how far the exit is. Again, you don't have to play this playstyle. I tend to play like super cautious, but you know, if you like taking more risk, like go for it. I tend to just try to play it real safe. But that's just me. So here I'm just kind of going on the outside and seeing if we can just grab some of those bolts. Now, where is it? Is the question. Kind of need to get a feel for where. Yeah, it's over here. So yeah. If you want to protect raiders from grabbing bolts from the outside like that, all you need to do is make sure your blocks are two block deep. That way raiders can't grab, or even 3 block deep. Raiders can't grab their bolts back. It just puts more pressure on the raider. But not everyone plays this playstyle, so you could also consider that's wasted capacity, so you wouldn't be wrong there. Okay, so let's see if we can... That's a great angle, by the way. Just unfortunately, like, if this was a longer choke there, I think you'd work out a bit longer, bit better. Like, even if you had a ramp, maybe say 3 cubes up, that could really work there, because it's bouncing down and then up, so you kind of want to let that run its course. Okay, so there was this guy, man, that's really heavy. Okay, we're almost out, but I reckon we can finish it off. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is grenade. Since they're not on the ceiling, I can get away with grenades here. I think we got... Apologies about that. I think we got 4 there. Okay, and then I think there's just 2. Okay, and we've got 1 bolt to work with. Okay. Okay. Got it. Alright, let's see if we can snatch this. Yeah, sentries can work. You kind of need either an open area or a really, like, concentrated choke or like corridor for them to be effective. In my opinion, they need a buff, but you know, I think you can make them work. It's a little hard to get raiders to die to it. It's more like a pressure tool. Now I'm going to switch to shield dome here, just because there's a lot of open spaces that could contain traps. So again, I'm playing super cautious, but you know, play the game however you like. Yeah, exactly what I was expecting. It's just a whole load of bullshit. Man, this is... wow. That was really good. Nice job there. I should have stood my ground in the shield dome. It was a mistake on my play. So yeah, apologies for that. But we all make mistakes, right? Like this game is more about learning more than anything. I should have left that. Because he would have blew up himself. Okay. Kind of try to clear this out a bit faster this time. I'll have to remember to read out the base and the builder's name as well. I'll try to do that for next time. Okay. Yeah, some of these placements aren't great. Just in that they're just completely wasted capacity. But maybe the builder wants that, like to kind of catch. I'm surprised Harvey made that. To kind of catch raiders unaware. Like make them think it's an easy base, and then like get them net them more kills, right? I wouldn't build like that. I'd just make my base completely hard, but that's just me. But you're welcome to play the game however you like, right? Don't let me tell you how to play the game. Okay, alright, so that's clear. Got the flames. There was something up here. I don't want to waste grenades here. Just because we might need it for that last room there. That's right, this guy runs down. Yeah. Yeah, if you're having... Ooh, that was a little dicey. If you're having trouble with deadmans, just back up. Like, try to give yourself as much space as possible. Mainly what happens when... mainly what happens when people kind of... Oh my god. Mainly what gets people killed by deadmans is like not having enough room to work with, so just give yourself plenty of space to, like go even further than what you think you need, because a lot of the times they'll surprise you and I don't know why I didn't die just then. I shot the wrong type of ammo. Okay, so let's think here. We definitely need to clear that, so we'll do that first. We'll try and clear this and grab... Come on, please. We'll clear that. Okay, so we need to clear that. and then we have 1. Okay. Again, I'm just gonna go outside just because it's easier. It is slower, unfortunately, but it is safer. I'd rather spend that extra 2 minutes going out of the base and grabbing the bolt safely than trying to put myself into a really bad situation and then just having to restart the whole map again. It's definitely going to be longer than 2 minutes, put it that way. Okay, so we'll grab these bolts. I should have probably killed one more, just because I know already that I can grab all bolts back, but you know, whatever. I still don't see those tombs. Maybe it's these scratching marks? Ooh, nice. Nasty. I don't think it gets kills, and by the way, like, I don't trap my my tombs, just because, like, that's extra capacity that could be used in your base. It's as simple as that. Like, you can do it, and like, sure, you might get kills here and there, but at the end of the day, like, it's better to use that capacity where you need it rather than, you know, just getting this random kill here and there, and you know, one, it's not that effective, or if it is, raiders are just not gonna go for it. They'll just see the immediate threat and go, no, fuck this, and just kind of ignore it. Like, I kind of really desperately need the capacity. Sorry, the yeah, nasty. Those arrows kind of draw you down. In case you're wondering why that's there. Okay, and normally what I do is I just kind of take it slow. I don't even bother grabbing it until I know the room is safe. Okay, so I think we're good. Okay, so that's 2. It's a large. There's one more. I didn't see the third one, but I think 2 is good enough. Alright, let's jump back in. Okay, let's keep going. Right, this is all clear. So sorry about that. Okay, so we got these on the side, and we definitely need to take that out. That's right. And we got bombs here too, I think. Let's trigger those bombs. Oh man, that was a little close for comfort there. That could have easily just bounced this way and got me, so that was a little dangerous play by me. Okay, we just kind of lucked out a little bit. Those bombs did clear that out, so that's good for us. There is that one on the ceiling. I might, again, I just don't want to waste people's time. Like, yes, I could probably, like, fish it out from inside, but I think let's just play it cautious. We might see the last tomb anyway, so keep an eye out for that. Yeah, I don't... maybe there? Is that something? I don't know what's that about, but... alright. Let's focus. Let's grab our bolts. Okay. And this is kind of typical for kill boxes, like the easier kill boxes is like, the way I like to deal with them is rather than try to pick them apart and, you know, be strategic about which bolt goes where. A lot of the easier kill boxes don't bother to put a outer layer of their base. So you get, like, yes, it takes a little bit longer, like especially with a longer base like this, to go outside and back in and outside and back in, but it's a lot safer, and you know, it's kind of a guaranteed win, right? So we'll kill that. Because I've got the crossbow, we can actually shoot this with the crossbow, and then they'll just disable. It doesn't break it, but it disables it. Sorry about that. Let's see if I can do that. And then we've got that one there, and we've got this one here, and then I think there's one on this wall here too, so I think we should have enough. Okay. Yeah. I missed that one, right, that makes sense. I was thinking like, where's this other thing coming from? Alright, cool. So we've cleared the room. Again, we'll throw down our shield. We want to actually activate this while this shield's up. Okay, I think we are stable. I just want to double check that ceiling. Now, luckily that wasn't Hunter, by the way. I did take a little bit of a gamble there, just because there's a lot of capacity here, right? Like, if every single one of these had Hunter, it's a lot of capacity to dedicate to extra mods. The type of player that does this just wants more traps than, you know, more mods. But yeah, again, that was a little bit of a gamble on my part. I could have also threw down another shield dome, but it takes like a second or so for it to deploy, so unless I'm like deploying it ahead of time, a lot of the time it just doesn't pop up in time. But you can do it reactively, it's just a little bit more tricky to do. A lot of these exit traps are pretty standard and not too difficult if you're going slow. The idea here is like, if you're like running, like a speedrunner, they're going to be more dangerous. But if you're like careful and methodical, they shouldn't be a problem. Okay, I reckon that's most of the capacity. Again, I think a lot of these are designed for catching speedrunners. But I could have just shot that, but yeah, here I will, just to save a bit of time. That could have been a hollow cube, by the way, so that was a little dangerous. But yeah, second wave hollow cube is, by the way, like quite sneaky, because a lot of the time you expect hollow cubes first wave, but not second. Okay, so that was, let's see, that was yourself. And the map name is Townsend, so if it ever reaches social, give that one a run. So let's see, what do I think of that? I think it was ingenious. Some of those Deadman drops was interesting, and that last room kind of caught me off guard. So I don't think it was fun or brutal or artistic, but yeah, just give it that. Okay, yeah. So one death, but yeah, that's kind of it. All right. Cool. So, thanks everyone for joining. If you like this kind of content, consider liking and subscribing. It really helps us out. And we'll see you in the next one.